Good afternoon. The time is 2:33 and 11 seconds. 4-T, the sanctuary, pursuit of the truth, the golden truth, and the solar, white wizard, channels through the solar, jaguar, emperor. Did I say, good afternoon, esteemed ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'd just like to say with this census form coming out, where it's got your religion, if you're a Christian or a dormant Christian, I'm sort of like a dormant Christian, because I don't practice, I don't go to church or anything, but I still consider myself a Christian with higher spirituality. I could call myself a huguenot, I guess, but anyway, as I say, the Islam faith, the Muslims, they've got other definitions also, like Sunni and so forth. I think there's about 4 they have, as we have different dominations in our Christianity. But just bypass all that, and where it says other, just put in Christian. Otherwise, if you don't put in Christian where it says other, the Islam or Muslim faith will get all the subsidies from our government. So just touching base on that, as I say, I don't play favourites, because I consider us all living on planet Earth, unless you're on another planet, and we're human beings, and also known as earthlings. So, and what you do in your past will come forward with you. Your past is within you, with your ancestral spirits, all flowing in naturally and by nature. Your past is within. You also got past, present and future. But as I say, whatever you do in your past will come back and haunt you down the track sooner or later, and that is called karma for your past lives. If it doesn't hit you now on what you've done, on the bad, evil things you've done here now, well, your children will pay the consequences, or their children. Okay, so make sure you do the right things, because that's why I'm illuminating the path of righteousness for everyone to jump on board. It's never too late. And then we eliminating the unrighteousness, because we only want the righteousness here, don't we? The good men and the good women. So, and I see that Pauline Hanson is galloping along in the polls. Don't worry about what that mainstream media, as she's done well, because she's now eradicated. Well, she just doesn't want them at her meetings, conferences. The ABC and the Guardian, they shot themselves in the foot, didn't they? They shot themselves in the foot. As I say, there's only so much room in a lifeboat, and it's no good coming into the lifeboat if you're going to try and sink it. No, sirree, there's no room for you in a lifeboat. And there's only so many life jackets also, isn't there? 1, 2, 3. Yes. And as you can, with the statistics at the moment, about 2 out of 5 is having mental health issues. Well, any wonder when you got houses at $1 million. And let's face it, if you've been paying a house off, 800 grand over 10 years, and you look how much you owe, and now it's 900 grand or $1 million, got to have some effect on you, on the way you look at things, isn't it? It's called burnout, because people are working 12-hour shifts and getting nowhere, not even paying the rent. If rent house across the road here, $850 a week. A week. I remember my times back in Maryland. I think I was only paying 2-bedroom unit in Manchester Street back in Maryland's 2005. 2005, as I say, that's 21 years ago now. So that was only about $200 a week. And the wages are still the same. Security hasn't gone up because my mates are still in the security industries, and they say that they'd seen a paycheck. They found a paycheck 20 odd years ago, and they're basically still getting the same. He's only just got a pay rise now, I think, from $25 to $29 an hour, $4, which is chicken feed when you look at all the other crises happening. And now there's a wage crisis because the wages haven't kept up to inflation or house prices. If house prices in the last 20 years have gone up, say 10%, well, your wages would have to go up 10% to keep in line with it. Otherwise, you can't even reach out for it. You won't touch it at all. That's what's happening now. I know houses that have gone up over 100 grand in 12 months. Work that one out. You're trying to bloody save a deposit for a house and you're trying to pay rent. It's near on impossible. So unless you're on 250, 300 grand a year, and I don't know who gets that. As I said, in my security industry, I was probably lucky getting 50 grand, 55 grand working 12-hour shifts. It's impossible to pay a house off now on that wage. Even if two of you are in there, that's only 110 grand. And tradies, I feel sorry for the tradies. My condolences go out for everyone that has lost someone through suicide. Mental health, it's mental health again, because it's a big mental health, a big strain on people's mental health. But about 2 tradies a day. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And I think it's about nine suicides every 2 days or something. It is. It's bad. It's bad. And as I said, my heart, unconditional divine love goes out to every one of you, and condolences to everyone that's lost a loved one. And not only suicide, it's losing loved ones every day through natural causes, car accidents, planes. There's many, many ways that we can lose a life, isn't there? Well, my condolences goes out to you guys and girls. Okay, happy thoughts, be positive. You drive out all that negativity which the government's trying to put in, and as I say, I don't play favourites, but they're playing favourites with the Muslims and Christians. You just put Christian there. You just put Christian and tick that box. Don't put all friggin' Church of England and England. We're all Christians. Otherwise, with the Islam, put their different dominations up, or whatever you call it, differences. Buddhism, I don't know. I think there's only one Buddhism, isn't there? You just believe in Buddhism and that's it. I don't know if they have different dominions either, or different practices. Not too sure. As I said, I'm completely dormant in that anyway, because I've got the higher spirituality, but deep down, Christian, as I believe in the true teachings of Jesus Christ. Now, what have we got here? Magic of nature. That's a blessing in disguise, isn't it? And I'll tell you what, these paid protesters, I knew about all these paid. As I said, I've learned a lot in the security industry, being a security officer, operative, guard, whatever. But I've learned a lot of knowledge and wisdom in my time doing that. of a night time. As I said, running around at 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. in the morning, doing government buildings, Defence Force sites, talking to people from all cultures and all walks of life and all titles, whatever they got. Yes, I've spoken to them across the board. That's why I take a lot in. And I've got long memories because I pulse, receptivity and enchant. The Great Mass Awakening, unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, unavoidable. Awake, rise and shine. Abracadabra. These are all beautiful out there. All beautiful. Yes, don't play favourites. And that's what leadership ability is all about across the board. You lead everyone. Don't worry about what colour, what race. As I said, all that racism stuff's been picked out of the thin air for their divide and conquer stupidity again. I have many stratagems. Because stratagems up my sleeves. Much magical, alchemical force and to be reckoned with. What have we got? Breaking free again. Breaking free. All right, guys and girls. Just going to go right in the centre here. I reckon just go right in the centre here. We'll do this one. Leave that there. Put the Angel Oracle cards away again. And creative expression. Creative expression. Very nice. So, magic of nature. Magic of nature. Making new friends. Okay. Spend time outdoors among the flowers, plants and trees. Nature has powerful gifts that she wants to share with you, including ideas, information and healing energy. It's all about a healing process too, isn't it? When you are disconnected from Mother Earth, you may feel depressed or lethargic without knowing why. Earth too feels distraught when you don't connect with her on a regular basis. She needs you to amidst her beauty so that she can telegraph information to you. In this way, you will know best how to care for your planet, planet Earth, Mother Goddess Gaia. By drawing this card, you are being urged to spend time daily, even as little as 5 minutes outside in nature. Centre, balance and ground yourselves. Judge. Justice with a capital J. Success. Because we are conquerors. By drawing this card, you're being urged to spend time daily, even as little as 5 minutes outside in nature. Remove your shoes, socks or nylons, or stockings, as we call them, and connect your bare feet with the soil, sod or sand. Close your eyes and take a few seconds and deep breaths as you're surrounded by the magical energy of nature. As a natural way of correcting things, go with the flow and trust in the process. Mentally ask the fairies to help you with any issues you may have. Then open your eyes and look for their flickering light, which is the first sign that you're seeing the fairies that surround you. Affirmation. I love being outside in nature. I feel energised by the sunshine, fresh air, plants and animals. I take excellent care of every living being, including myself. Okay? So, magic of nature. And breaking free. Breaking free. We've done breaking free before. But this one is good. Creative expression. Creative expression. First card must be good. Your heart needs an outlet to express powerful emotions and keep those emotions in check. Okay? So you draw it in. All those energies you draw in, all your chakras should be transmitting and receiving. And you draw all those energies in for your astrology, whatever you are, Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aquarius. Draw all those energies in for your astrology, for your crown chakra. And you use what energy you need and put the others in reserve. It's good to have energy in reserve. The fairies sing, dance and make beautiful decorations as a way of expressing their heart's joyful energy. You too are urged to create an outlet for creative expression. Anything artistic or creative will make your heart sing with joy and will allow you to get in touch with your true inner feelings and divine guidance. Painting, flower arranging, photography, sand or snow sculpting, writing or composing songs are wonderful examples. Your creative expression doesn't need to be skillful or perfect. In fact, the most therapeutic types of creative activities allow you to paint outside the lines. In other words, don't worry whether your creative project is perfect or markable. Let go of all the goals and judgments and instead create with childlike exuberance. Enjoy. Love, love, love. Affirmation: I am highly creative and artistic person. I now allow this side of myself to be expressed. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Away goes the Angel Oracle cards. Remember, careful what you do, because it's called karma. You do bad karma, and your past is always within you from many, many moons ago. Whether it goes back 2 generations or 178 generations, those ancestral spirits are within. And you use it to create good, great things, because the possibilities are endless. Judgment card just went past. Judgment. We got 2 cards that flicked out there, because we got death, transformation. Pluto, life, death, transformation, restoration and reformation. The Royal Star Antares, full of energy to reveal what has been concealed. Mars, action, actualizing everything, mastery of everything, and the art of war. Jupiter, expansion, exploring, and technology. And all the vast stars up there, you look up of a night time in the Milky Way, and you can see, because seeing is believing. Speech creates. The all seeing, the all hearing, the all feeling, and in the now, and knowing. As I say, if I know and you know, that's all there is to know about, isn't it? In the knowing and the now. And know your authentic, genuine blueprint of authenticity. Authenticity has to be ticked off with authenticity, your authentic selves. Because we're going to have the Magician here. That was the Temperaments card. Okay, let's go. He's got 2 cards to pick out. 2 cards to pick out. Go that one. The Empress. Nice choice. And now, which one would just fly out at me? We'll go this one here. Hey, the Ace of Swords. Good pick. You just picked out the Empress. 2 yes cards, I believe. Believe in your belief and believe. Believing. Believing is seeing. The all-seeing. Now, we got Death, Temperance, the Magician, Stratagem. Much stratagem and magical, alchemical force up our sleeves. Okay, we start off with Death, because it's all about water, Scorpio. The cusp of a revolution. Reduces to 4. 4. The number 4 is about control and organisation. And it's all about endings and new beginnings. Change, transformation, transition, metamorphosis, end of the cycle, because we're in one, a new cycle. Beautiful. And then to top that off with the Temperance card. 14, and it reduces to 5. The number 5 represents change and options. Fire, Sagittarius. Balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, life's purpose and mission and function, and finding meaning. And our beautiful Magician card. Magician card. Okay, yeah, Mercury. The beginning of the projects and creative endeavours. Action, creation. Manifestation, power, self-confidence. Clarity, willpower, skill, creativity. Beautiful. Oh, you got to look at the Temperance card again. Isn't she beautiful? The trumpets, remember the trumpets, been drawing out many trumpets. The book of Revelations, The Magician. Now the Empress is a 3. Excellent communication and creativity, someone who is generally optimistic. Things that make you go, because we are conquerors. Okay, we don't let anything stand in our way, obstacles, hurdles. You go under, around, or over, or through. Doesn't matter to us, because we are conquerors. Abundance, nurturing, frugality. Feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action. Mars, action, the art of war. Empress. Because we have much alchemical force, alchemy. The Emperor is Empress. Ace of Swords, yeah. Pioneering, leading. Alpha, dominance, ambitious, and the rituality. A rituality with your genuine, authentic self of authenticity. Blueprint. Mental clarity, breakthroughs. Because we're on a threshold moment, aren't we? And we've got major breakthroughs because there's major events happening. As I said, those protesters, that's what I was going to say to you too. Being in security, I've seen those protesters when I was in Town Market Street at St James. Was it St James or St Martin's Towers? When I was doing security and looking after all those professional QCs and looking after the consulates, trade commissions, had all those important things to look after, being armed and having the guard dog with me. So there's plenty in that building that know who I am also. Mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, success, sharp mind, new conflict, and major surgery, pulling all this and dismantling all these evil bastards apart on what they've done to humanity. And now it's all about accountability, isn't it? For their actions against humanity. Because it's justice with a capital J. Judge. Yes, pioneering, leading, alpha, dominance, ambitious and originality. Okay, so be it. And we got that great transformation. My death card. Because it's a great mass awakening, unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, unavoidable. Awake and arise and shine. Shine at your brightest as I hold the beacon of light for your spark. Get your spark happening. Okie dokie. It's all happening. Wake up. Okay? You can see what's happening, see for your own self, what's happening around you now. All those lying, and they're lying. Lying. You should all be saying to Mr. Albanese, you're a liar. Why should we believe anything you say now when he just gets caught out lying and he keeps on falling down? What's that telling you? He's dodgy. Scammer. I don't know how all these got into our governments in the first place. It's beyond me. But we got that abilities and capabilities now to fix it. And go with the flow and trust in the process. Okay? As I say, true leadership skills all comes naturally. It's not on a bit of paper you can go to uni or any education you find out there will not grant you the abilities of my capabilities, which is a natural process of finding out who you truly are through your authenticity self. It's a process and you have productivity. Because then we go into prosperity. Never ask who you are or choose who you are. You just find out who you are. Seek, you shall find. And what has been stolen in the past will be granted back to us. Because we're on illuminating the path of righteousness. 11:22:33, the triangle of enlightenment. They can say what they like on paper, but DNA, unaltered, cannot be made up. Well, you cannot lie to people about that. As they've done with the Habsburgs forgeries over the years. And they just got found out twice. Now, this is the third time they're getting found out now. They'll be banished for all eternity. Back in the Hades with Lucifer. Okay, we just want the facts and the golden truth. And you keep putting the golden truth out there, and eventually, breakthroughs. Big breakthroughs, because we're on the threshold now. Threshold on that, the point of no return. And we don't want to return to this madness. We want to go forward, forge ahead, because we are conquerors, and we fix it all up. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen. Take care and stay safe out there. The 4-T, the sanctuary, pursuit of the golden truth. Amen. And bye for now.